the steel and fire, the open roads are thrown. By your life, televised, we're breaking every bone. Adrenaline surges, brace on the fall. Hitting it with hardwire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is a metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. With hardwire, the crowd screams our name. Chasing down the shadows, we're addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode turned up, we're here to survive. From dusk till dawn, we're the kingdoms is through. Hitting it with hardwire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is a metal dream. Riding hard, never slowing. In the spotlight we shine. A biker's brutal journey. This life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the feel. Hitting it with hardwire, we'll always be here.
Hey, welcome to Hittin It with Hardwire. I almost forgot about you. Yep, the last show before the 4th of July party. Yeah, you probably won't see me next weekend on my show. I'll probably be on my way back from Alabama. What's up, Redneck Sign? I almost forgot about you guys. I was upstairs shoveling food in my face. I looked up at the clock and went, oh, shit. Yeah, I had another one of them humdinger weekends. Started out Saturday. We went on a nice ride Saturday, and then we all got together and went on a ride together. And then, flying down the highway again. I go to shift gears, and my gear shifter is just kind of flopping there. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm stuck in 5th gear. Yeah, I don't know if you could see that picture or not. That would be my shifter. It popped off the shaft, and I'm pretty sure that shaft is fucked, which is a bad deal. Very bad deal. But luckily, I was only about a block. I made it. I flew all the way down in 5th gear and managed to stay in 5th gear most of the way back. I almost pulled over, but I didn't. I stayed going as best I could. Kept going as far as I could go, and we was just right around the corner, so they sent a trailer over and picked up the bike. And this is the fun part. It was an hour and a half away from home, and apparently nobody that lived in the area had a trailer that they could haul my bike home. So one of my other brothers says, I'll loan you my car. That's about all I know to do. So I had to borrow his car, drive an hour and a half home, get my truck, drive my truck up to another spot and get a trailer, drive all the way back, pick up the bike, haul the bike back. I didn't get to bed till 3 or 4 in the morning. It was a bad deal Saturday. And I haven't had the chance to try shoving that up on there and seeing if it'll grab or not, but I already know the right way to do it's going to be to tear that all apart, and that's a job. It's a job. I've been looking into it, looking at what all you have to do, and yeah, you got to take outer primary off. Then you have to take the compensator off and the clutch basket and inner primary. Then you have to dig into the transmission to change that stupid shaft. And it's just a little what do they call it, a pawl, P-A-W-L, pawl, gear pawl or something. It looks like a little finger that goes like this. And yeah, it's going to be a BITCH to change if I have to change it. I'm hoping that I can shove it back up on there. What's up, Evil Rick? I'm hoping I can shove. Let's say hi to everybody here. See, we got Mike, Frank, Redneck Side, K Wayne, what's happening? And Evil Rick. What's happening, Evil Rick? Here, this is for Evil Rick.
Do I make you horny?
Oh, no. That's fucked up. There.
Shit.
I had it on the wrong one. Here, I'll switch it over to the other one, and I'll give Evil Rick one of these. I think this is the right one.
Nerd alert!
That wasn't the one I was thinking. It works. There. Give you a Ric Flair. I got to memorize them a little bit better. That was embarrassing.
Shit.
There, give me back to the old bank here. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I can't really mark them because it's got different banks. It's 6 buttons, but it's got an A bank, B bank, C bank. It changes all 6 of them. But yeah, right now, me and the old lady are debating on whether we want to leave late Wednesday so we can get there at a decent time on Thursday, or just leave early in the morning Thursday. I'm not decided. I'm thinking it might be better off to leave late Wednesday. Then hopefully I can avoid any kind of morning traffic around any of the cities. Because I'm figuring it took me 10 hours not hauling the camper. So hauling the camper, I figure it's probably going to take me 12. So I figure if we leave it, say midnight or something like that, it'll put us there around noon or something. Not real sure yet. I haven't decided. But yeah, that was my shitty Saturday. Sunday I got them like the rubber springs that go where your bump stops go to help with the trailer. Hopefully they help. I wanted to make sure I got them on before I go trying to haul it all the way down to Alabama. Because when you go, my truck, when you go over bumps, it's like boom, boom, boom. it'll jar you with that trailer on there. So I was hoping that's one of the things it's supposed to help with. Hope I don't have food on my face. I was up there shoveling food in my face. I looked up the clock and went, oh shit, 6 o'clock. That's what my show's supposed to be on. I better run downstairs. I almost forgot about you guys, man. Ain't I a dick? I'm a dick. I know. But that's the reason why I didn't have a show yesterday, because I had to return the trailer that I borrowed. I ended up digging around half a day trying to find my boroscope, one of them little cameras on the end of the thing so I could look down in there and see what the hell was going on. I was worried I might have broke the shaft, but it didn't break it. It just came completely off. But there's not enough room for it to come out. So it's all the way off, just kind of hanging out there at the end. I need to get a screwdriver and turn it and try to pry it back up. Somebody, club guy sometimes. I know I want to fix it the right way, but they want my bike back on the road. So somebody said just dump a bunch of red Loctite on it, tighten the fuck out of it. It'll be all right. I'm like, yeah, man, but I was lucky this time because I was like, there was people around. What if I'm out in the middle of fucking nowhere by myself and it decides to like give up the goose altogether? You know, I don't want to be stranded like that. I want to fix it right. You know what I mean? You don't want to half-ass shit. That they're just worried that it means that my bike will be down a little bit longer. What's up, Motobomb? How you doing? What was it I just seen? I just seen something on the news a little bit ago. They're fighting over that, trying to get that big, beautiful bill passed. No, I don't think it's big. I don't know. Not real beautiful. I got home from work and my real brother called me. My older brother. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years. It was nice catching up a little bit. He wants to go hang out and do some fishing. I said, well, I got Alabama this weekend. And the very next weekend, I'm supposed to go to Gettysburg Bike Week and go down and hang out with Dr. Harley. The old lady's taking time off for our nationals. She took a week off. And she's taken a couple days off to go down to Alabama. We just can't afford for her to take off to go to Gettysburg Bike Week, but I'm starting to get a little concerned. I've asked quite a few people if they wanted to go with me, and I don't really want to go by myself, but it might end up fucking me going by myself, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll find somebody who wants to go. Go down, hang out. Go hang out. I haven't met Dr. Harley yet. I've talked to him on the phone a couple times. Dr. Harley's a pretty cool guy. I chatted with him. I haven't been pretty busy. I haven't been in BDs and everybody else's as much as what I usually am. What's up, Mr. Lance? How's it going? Glad you could stop in. There ain't a whole hell of a lot going on, just me bitching about my wonderful shifter shaft there. If you can make that out. It sure looks like there's still some teeth, you know. I don't know if you could see that. It looks like there's still teeth there. It could be the other piece, this piece stripped out, which would be much better than the other part being stripped out. And as you can see, the bolt's a little rounded off for me because nobody could say I didn't it got that way because I never tightened it, because I've tightened that fucker several times. And the last time I tightened Jesus out of it, I might have stripped it a little bit. But being that it's not under pressure, squeezing that, hopefully I'll be able to get a hold of it enough to get the bolt out, and I'll just change that bolt out. Looking forward to going down and hanging out with Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, give your old lady hell. I messaged her on Instagram, and she never answered me back. How rude. I asked her a question. She didn't answer me. I was upset. I'm not really. I don't care. I just asked her how many people are SVP'd because I was curious. Hopefully, we get at least a few of us to come and hang out. I know for most of you, it's a long way, pretty long travel. I'm going 12 hours. Fuckers could do it too. Oh, well, that would explain it. I don't know any other way to get a hold of her. Can you not post in group on Discord? Like, just if I wanted to message her and ask her something, I could. Can I just? I don't know how that works. I'm not really a Discord person. I get in the group a little bit just to kind of nose around and see what's going on. I posted a few pictures in the doggies part or the animals part. Yeah. Hopefully everything goes well and I get down there okay. I got all brand new tires. There shouldn't be no blowouts this time. I'm a little nervous about taking the camper that far. I mean, 6 hours over to the last place I went camping. 6 hours there. Well, it ended up being about 7 hours. About 7 hours there and 7 hours back. So if I can make it 7 hours, I'm sure I could do 12. And it was windy that day. On the way back, especially, it was really, really windy, blowing me all over the road. And then everybody wanted to stay together, and they're like, "Come on, man!" And then it made me go way faster. And you should be hauling a trailer. I just literally stopped at a gas station and said, "I don't know what them tires are speed rated for, man." And then I hit 80 a couple times, and sure enough, the speed rating on the tires were 75, I think. That would be why I blew a tire. But I kept trying to tell everybody else, just go. I know you're in a hurry to get home. Just go. Let me go at my own pace. I'll just mosey along, not getting in any big hurry pulling this thing home. They would not. They wanted to stay together. Okay. And I tried to keep up. Then I blew a tire. Then I got mad. I mean, mad. I don't get mad very often, but I got mad. Have all the stuff I need to change the fucking tire. Oh, it ended up being a clusterfuck. But I'm here. You know, like I say, man, I just said on the show last week, it ain't one thing, it's a fucking another thing, man. It never ends. I had that camper blowout. Then I blew out a tire on the bike. Blew that back tire out on the bike. And then I started thinking, hey, everything's starting to calm down a little bit. And now my shifter's fucked up. It's one thing after another, and the fucking shit never ends, man. I'm telling you. Something's just always going to go wrong. Always. Something. Speaking of which, I don't have a bong, but I do have a little gummy. It's a baby one. They taste like chewing on a fucking weed plant. They do, man. It tastes just like chewing on a weed plant. I asked my old lady, I said, "Don't that taste like weed to you?" She goes, "Oh no, I never really tasted weed." I said, "How?" She's a fucking pothead. I said, "How could you be a pothead and tell me you don't know what weed tastes like? You never fucking took a hit and got some weed in your mouth when you was younger, or when you're older?" Because she still smokes it. What's up, Code? How you doing? I hope you're doing better, bud. I know it's rough losing family, man. My mother and my grandmother were the two closest people in the world to me, died 6 months apart from each other. And I never would have believed or really thought somebody could die from a broken heart. But when my grandma watched my mom die, she said, a person should never bury one of their children. And she just absolutely she took it hard. And then 6 months later, she died. And I swear she died. She did have cancer, but I swear she died from a broken heart. She didn't have it before that we knew of, before all that other shit happened. I think she just kind of gave up. But that's been 12 years ago now. I think my mom, I know this might be horrible for me not to remember, but I think my mom was only 56 when she passed away, which freaks me out a little bit because I'm getting right about 50. I'm getting close to 50. I'll be 49 this year. Be ripe old 49. Somebody called me a young man the other day. I was like, all right. Thank you. It's funny how you get offended by that when you're young and people call you a young man, and you get older and people call you a young man. You're like, oh, yeah, thank you. You're flirting with me.
Shit.
I'm not sure what all I got to bring down when I come down, Mike, but I know I got a bottle of Fireball, which you won't drink. So that's more for me. My lady's got some peach Jim Beam she's going to bring. And I originally intended on bringing my whole karaoke system down there, but I needed a laptop. And believe it or not, I ordered a laptop and it got lost in the fucking mail. UPS lost it. So I spent on top of everything else that's been going wrong, I spent the last, several days calling around. I reported it to UPS, a missing package, and then I called the company I got it from, and they said, well, as soon as UPS says for sure that it's lost, they'll ship me another one. And who the fuck knows when that'll be. But yeah, my situation when I was younger was a little different. My grandma and grandpa and my mom and dad lived like right next door to each other. Like you could throw a rock and hit my grandma's house. And my mom was a single mom most of my younger days. She got remarried when I was around 10 or something. But my grandma and grandpa were also like other parents to me. That particular grandma and grandpa, and yeah, my grandpa died when I was 19, and he was like a father figure to me. So that was really tough. I took that really bad. And then I had a lot of good years though with my mom and grandma. Once my mom passed away, I tried to sort of stay close with my stepdad, but he just wasn't really interested in maintaining much of a relationship with us kids once my mom was gone, which really sucks because my mom and grandma, my grandma left her house to him, and my mom left everything to him, and the intention that when he passes away, everything would go to me and my older brother. And he didn't have a will, so everything went to his brother, and he auctioned it all off, and we didn't get shit, which would really pissed him off. If my grandma and mom, if they had known that that's how things would go, because my grandpa hand dug the basement in my grandma's old house. My grandpa fucking dug that by hand, and that was like one that the house wasn't in the best of shape, but I would have fixed it up, and we would, kept it in the family. I should have stayed that way, but well, shit happens, I guess. My wife's father's worried about his health, and he wants to leave. He's got 5 acres, and he wants to leave it all to my wife. So I'm trying to figure out what I can about wills. If anybody's an expert with wills, let me know. I downloaded a will, and from what I understand, as long as it's notarized, he's got other like adopted kids and other kids, but he wants to leave everything to her. So I said, as long as it says he specifically wants to leave everything to her, and he signs it and it's notarized, really nobody can fight that. But then I was talking to somebody else, and he said the best way to do that is something called a living trust. And I said, okay, well, for now, we should probably have him sign a regular will just in case something does happen while we're researching how to set up a living trust. Because I don't know nothing about it. It's something to do with everything gets transferred into her name before he passes, but stays his or something. Then when he passes, everything's already kind of in her name anyway. So you don't have to deal with all the probate court stuff. Something like that. I will attempt to figure it out. If anybody knows anybody, let me know. If anybody knows or knows anybody that wouldn't cost a fortune. I know there's lawyers around here, but I can't afford a damn lawyer. No, I can barely afford to fix my bike. I can't afford shit. Shit. The shit keeps on going the way it's going. I might have to sell all my YouTube stuff just to keep my bike on the road. We'll hope that don't happen. But yeah, it gets tough, man. Whenever one thing after another. And I know you guys know how it goes because this seems to work out that way for a lot of people, especially if you got as shitty a luck as I do. It's just one thing after another. And as soon as you think you're going to get a break, another and another and another and another, and just the shit never ends. Yes, a lawyer would be nicely, but I can't afford one. So a lawyer's not really an option. Unless they're really, really cheap. Like somewhere along the lines of free. But I went over and visited my friend there, big country, and bought me another whip. If you didn't get a chance to see it last week, I got me another one. It's like a Punisher skull thing. Got a little bit of a road rash on the bottom of it. I rode it with it on there on the way home, and they will drag a little. Sometimes when you're going around turns, a little bit of road rash on it. Gives a character. Shows it's been used a little. And if you buy one and you're like me, and sometimes you get up around in the 90, 100 mile an hour range, it won't pull you, but it'll tug just enough to startle you. So as long as you're expecting it, it's not bad, but it'll give you enough that you can feel it tug a little bit when you get going fast enough. But it didn't come close to making me wreck or anything like that. But it'll startle you when you're moving and you feel something kind of pull. Yeah. Excuse me. Jeez. But yeah, man, it just not to sound like Mr. Whiny Pants, but just to explain, we had the tires blow out on the camper, replace those. There was some shit before that, but my memory's so damn short term. It's but it does never end. You know. And then I had some wonderful raffle tickets I bought voluntarily or whatever you want to call it. I sold a few. but I've ended up having to buy most of those and then turn around, blew out that back tire on the bike, had to replace that. Now I got to figure out something with this shifter, but I'm gone this weekend. I told me boss, I said I'm gone this weekend, so I am not sure when it's going to be. If I can push it right back on there, get that bolt out, swap the bolt out for a new bolt, and I can get it tight, then it won't be too bad. But I have a bad feeling, and I know my luck far too well that it's not going to work that easily. I'm going to have to replace that shifter shaft. I already ordered one on eBay for $40, so it's not an expensive part. It's just the primary gaskets and stuff cost more than that. And I watched a video on how to do it, how they do it. It's not super difficult, but it is extremely time consuming. There's a lot of things that you got to do to get in there. A lot of things you got to take off. Yes. We have discussed that as well, but I'm not entirely sure how all that works. I know that gives her the ability to sign all that stuff over for him, but at the same time, I don't want it to. Sometimes I don't know how that works exactly, but if you give somebody power of attorney, then you can't actually sign for anything. I don't want him to lose the ability. He's not out of his mind or anything. He just does have he has some heart issues he's worried about that could cause him to, he might live another 20 years or something, but he's worried that it might come suddenly, and he wants to be prepared. So I don't blame him. And whenever I started that discussion with another guy in the club, he says, you should be prepared too, right? And I said, well, I know. I know. But I've already discussed it with my wife. Everything would go to her automatically since we're married. I've already discussed with her what I want. I think I'll be all right. I don't really have a big life insurance policy. If I had a big life insurance policy, I'd be dead probably already. She'd probably killed me. That's why I avoid big life insurance policies, because somebody will be trying to knock me off. She'd be trying to take me out. I'd have to sleep with one eye open. She'd use that nice new knife I bought her to chop me into little pieces. Well, redneck side, I'm here to tell you, they'll handle it. It'll do it. It was on there, and I was going pretty damn fast with it, but it will. You just have to. If you're not expecting it, it'll startle you. Me, I've been through so many things going fast, and sudden different wobbles and things that you get when you're going fast. And it caught me a little off guard, but I was ready for it. I mean, it didn't. It's not enough. It's not enough to make you wreck, but it's enough that if you felt it all of a sudden jerk like that and it scared you, you could, yeah, It's fair warning. Don't go real fast with them. They are more of an awesome looking decorative piece. At least those ones are. If they got a lot of weight to them, like the weight's nice for slow riding to keep it weighed down. And they are fantastic. My wife bought one too. I don't have hers down here to show you hers, but she got one too. She got one that matches her bike. I do really like it. And we bought some more stuff. I got a bag. My old lady's already claimed it. What else did we get? We got some more flannels. She got a flannel, and I got another blue flannel. She's got a lot of good stuff over there left that he's trying to get rid of. But if you ask me or ask him if he's got because his prices are so low, he either bulk up on a whole bunch of stuff or something. He might have to charge you a little bit to ship it because he's not making it hardly, and he's probably losing money judging by how much he's charging. But hit him up, asking if he's got some flannels left. I bought some gloves, riding gloves. He's got gloves. He's got a bunch of stuff over there still. Great prices. Like I said, Lee, I downloaded a will. Have a will, a regular will. I think we're just going to have him sign and have that notarized to start with. That way, in case of emergency, at least we have that. But I do want to figure out this living trust thing and get that done. He says it's all cash and carry, but if you message me and tell me you want a flannel, I'll go over and pick it up for you. But I'll have to charge you to ship it too. Because I can't afford to ship shit for free. If you're going to be down at Mike's party, I can run over there and grab some shit for you and take it down to Mike's party. Free delivery. Because I'm going to go there anyway. Mike, you need anything? Are you still on here? Or did I bore you to death already? Yeah, Mike, if you like your flannel, whatever size it is, let me know. He's got a hell of a deal on his flannels. If you want another one, I'll see if he's got one on your size, and I'll bring it down for you. I like mine. You just my old lady shrunk my other one a little bit. I always tell her not to dry on high heat. People love to do that, but they don't realize, especially fat people clothes. They don't shrink in, they shrink up, and then you're fucking fat stick out. Fat guy problems. I'll lose it all again. I've lost it a couple of times. I'll lose it again. This gets harder the older you get. And with all the damn aches and pains you get when you're older, it gets harder and harder to want to get your ass moving. Because, when you're hurting, you just don't want to do shit. I don't know. Have you seen Mike lately? He's not fat by any stretch of the imagination. But when he moved there, he swore he could not gain weight. And I'm telling you, he can. He's put on a couple of pounds anyway.
Shit.
It all turns into Peter after midnight. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go. It was I enjoyed talking to all of you. I do apologize again for not having my usual Sunday show. Sometimes life gets in the way, but I do a show every week. More than likely, you'll see. I've already instructed the wife not to pack a bunch of club shirts and stuff like that, so Mike can record all he wants while we're down there. So you'll see me probably on Mike's Instagram, and maybe I'll post some of it on mine. But like I say, well, I'll be heading down either Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. And if any of you are there, I'll see you there. I hope some of you can make it. But until next weekend, thanks for stopping in. Love you all and God bless.
Hittin' it with hardwire, we're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels real. Yeah, held a new path on that twisted black line. A YouTube dream where his past can't confine. With every rev, he's reclaiming his soul, teaching the world how to ride, how to roll. Rising up high when the shadows surround. Hardwire's the name, and he's making it loud. Hittin' it with hardwire, we're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels